Hello there, welcome back to France. Last time it's going to be very interesting, but I have a couple of problems. England and Holland, as well as Norway, need to be stopped because they're basically, well, they're messing with me plans. If you want to go that route, but perfectly honestly, if I am to declare war on Norway and they're only allied with Lithuania, it should not be a problem. Seriously, it shouldn't be a problem. I'll just have Austria sacrifice their man for my cause. And to be perfectly honest, they're usually very good at that. And again, beating Norway quickly here shouldn't be too much of an issue. So what we're going to do here is just fly, or send a ship out, take these. Going to dump 2 stacks in the rest of Norway. And I'm just going to allow Austria here to play with Lithuania, which should be perfectly alright. And then I can deal with Morocco afterwards. So what we're going to do is continue on the warpath. Norway is next. Austria and Bohemia should be able to deal with Lithuania, hopefully. And I'll take Shetland, hopefully, that is. And then we'll send some troops into, Norway proper, which shouldn't be a problem. And again, this should stop any colonization from them, as I'll be taking basically their colonies and also these 2 provinces right here. So I don't really have any concerns in that regard. So with that said, let's just get started with sieges here, and hopefully I can get what I'm after. It should be hopefully pretty straightforward. But if there's any bigger problems or anything interesting happens, I'll show you. But until then, I expect everything to basically go my way, if you will. There's no way like the French way, but we'll figure this out very, very soon. So I'll start sending troops in Norway itself, and hopefully we can end this very quickly. Well, sadly my good king actually died here, which puts me in an awkward position. And this also means that we do get a von Habsburg ruler. Now, granted, he's not too bad with the 436, but the legitimacy is going to be a real issue. That's going to be a real concern at this current stage, because it will bring up the unrest in a lot of places pretty high, which means that I'll probably just have to try and get rid of that best way I can. And in this case, it's as you can see here, we have St. Helena, the Cadix, Gibraltar, everything here. Usually it's not too high, but in this case it's become a little bit more problematic, I guess I could put it. So with that in mind, we're just going to have to play it a little bit more careful. Norway's actually done me the favor of setting up the final colony needed to set up a colonial nation in the area, which I'm very grateful for. But yeah, it's going to be costly to have 2 colonies and no colonists, so that's going to be interesting. It's going to bring it up to 8, which means that I will still be fine, but it will be a little bit costly. So again, no big deal. But also again, if we are of the Habsburg house, it means that we share rulers with France and Bohemia, which is good. And if you take that into consideration, I can claim the throne whenever I want to, since we're now the same house. And of course, if I get the opportunity to claim the Austrian throne, you can bet your ass I will. And of course, that means that we will have some pretty serious strategic moves here. Calais has converted to reform, and Lucca is now the new Popery, or Holy See Commander. I'm a little bit surprised that I haven't actually been able to get it at once, because I've basically been at 25% chance every single time, and I just have not gotten it at all. And Austria is about to move into Lithuania. France occupied Sogn. But yeah, I'm just going to keep on sieging here, and hopefully we can make this work. I think it should be fine. I'll just keep those guys there. Now, in terms of what I want from Norway, it's going to be very, very simple. It's going to be these 5 islands here and these 5 colonies, basically. So I should be perfectly fair or fine in getting what I want here. Now, do I want to upgrade military? I think we're going to wait just a little bit longer. Again, we're going to do 2 bumps in military on Paris. Again, we do want to get this up to 60, and the reason why is very, very simple. It will give me an achievement. That's basically the only reason. But I'll continue this war and we'll see how it turns out. If Lithuania does anything interesting, I'll show you. If not, we'll just slowly but surely siege what we currently have. It should be pretty straightforward, and I'm pretty sure we'll win. There we go, we have first colonial nation here with this happening, French Brazil. France in colonial Brazil, so that's perfectly reasonable. It was basically from this thing becoming a core. And that means I'll probably keep Brazil for now. But we'll definitely want to get as many other colonial nations as we can. So we'll be going after the English province or colonies here, because that will allow us to create colonial Caribbean. And of course we get colonial Canada, I guess. And as such, it should be very, very important to go after them. I also need to start fabricating claims on England and Ulster. Basically, Ireland first and foremost, and then we'll move towards Glamorgan and Gloucestershire afterwards. For now, however, we'll just keep on sieging. Louis 3221, sorry, 322. What the hell is the new heir? Louis von Habsburg, and he's not the greatest thing, but it's not the worst thing either. He has a high admin stat, which is kind of useful at the current stage. So I'm not too concerned. I actually wanted to try and hunt down the Lithuanian fleet here, but I failed, sadly. So it seems like the war with Norway will probably last 5 years, just due to the fact that we aren't actually doing anything in particular in terms of finding Lithuania. For those of you who noticed that some of my diplomatic power is gone, I invested it in Paris. So if a lot of power vanishes randomly, that is that I don't, how should I put this? That I don't tell. It's usually either that I forgot that I invested in Paris, or that I basically forgot that I invested in Paris. That's basically it. That's the two of them. But I think we're also going to start fabricating, we're going to take Denmark, and then we're going to go after Russia. Because right now Russia isn't strong at all. They are very weak, they're very split. And again, these provinces are cheap to core. It's better to just go on the offensive right away and fight my way down to Muscovy and tank that. But it's still going to be kind of weird. I might just go for creating a straight line down here, more than anything else. But of course, it's going to be very weird no matter what happens, and it's going to be very interesting to see how I pull this off. But for the time being, we'll just focus on Norway, and we'll see what happens. I'll keep fabricating claims on both England and Castile. And again, I'm very, very surprised that I've been able to avoid a coalition for so long. I think it's because I'm allied with Austria from the get-go. I can't really see any other reason. I've been at 50, I've been at 60 aggressive expansion with people. They don't care. So it's going to, as I said, be very, very interesting to see just how things will be playing out in the future. So for now, we'll sit back and relax. We do have some Castilian separatists here, thanks to Gibraltar, Cadiz, and Mercy Grenade. So we're going to just improve or increase the autonomy in Cadiz and Gibraltar, because that should slow them down enough. I can upgrade my military tech right now. The big question is, do I want to? And I think we're going to wait until next year, because we're still 1 year ahead. So we're going to upgrade our military tech then. I'm going to save my admin points right now, because there's no good reason to use them. Or use them yet, I guess is a better way of saying it. And also the 24,000 men that I'm currently using here will stay to fight Russia, or be the first line of defense against Russia. In terms of what Russia has of troops, they just have 24,000. That's the impressive part here. There are tech behind, 2 techs soon to be, and they also only have 24,000 troops with no allies. This is the best time to attack them. It's just no way around it. That's just how things are. And again, I would like to be able to fabricate more claims on Russia than just this one, but it seems like that will be what I'll have to do. We also have Mecklenburg here, and to be perfectly frank, I'm tempted to fabricate claims on Sweden here just to take Mecklenburg, because Mecklenburg, I can vassalize them pretty simply here. I think they should be vassalizable, and then I'll have my route to Berlin. Very simple and straightforward route to Berlin, I might add, and potentially I might screw myself over. But on the other hand, I should be able to deal with this scenario as it appears. Blasphemy Act? Sure. Missionary Strength. That's always nice. Although the tolerance of heretics, having that go down, is not the best thing ever. It's, tolerable. So, for the time being, I'll continue with what I have been doing, and we'll see how things turn out here. Funnily enough here, the marriage with Austria just ended, because the Austrian heir died, and they have a regent council. This should, in theory... Now that he has a strong claim, but in theory I should be able to claim the throne. And I can, as you can see, I just need a royal marriage. I am going to be very tempted to do this. Yes, we will do this. It's going to be interesting. Why is everyone getting spotted right now? That's the third guy in 3 fabrications that have been spotted in London, and still I don't have a collision against me, so I guess I should be happy. But we're going ahead and upgrade military tech to level, as you can see, 14, the nail. With that, we get combat with increased by 2, infantry fire by 0.50. We now a new type of infantry, sorry, not infantry, cavalry. Latin caracol cavalry, and I can now build a bastion. Now, let's just upgrade the cavalry right away. And the bastion building is basically, I think, an upgraded, yeah, it's an upgraded castle, which gives plus 2 to 4 level. So, no problems there. Should probably build it in Paris, though, just for the lols, more or less, than anything else. It's actually pretty expensive, so maybe we do not do that. But I think also 24,000 men that I have in Italy right now should not be... They should just stay, because these 24,000 men will be enough to take down Morocco, Tunis, and everything else that might actually become an issue here. We'll have to see. But I also think that as soon as the claims have been fabricated now, we'll have a look and see what we can get out of Norway. Because right now it seems like Austria is actually fighting them, and they're getting their ass handed to them, sadly. But at least we're making moves right now. Bohemia's taking one of Lithuania's castles. So how Lithuania still does not want a peace, though, so it's going to be very interesting to see just what happens here. But in terms of Norway, how are you feeling about giving me what I want, which is your colonies for starters, your islands for seconds, your tinier islands for thirds, and then Finnmark, and yeah, they're really easy or really cheap to take, so I'm going to take 2, just so I have a little bit of land to land on. I should probably also just take Vesterbotten, to be perfectly honest. I should just take it and Jämtland, and, well, everything, and then we could just fight the Swedes. I can fabricate so many claims if I take this, that's basically the thing. I think I'm going to take Vesterbotten just because of the claim fabrication, and I'm going to piss off just 7 countries, so I don't have any concerns on that scale either, which is kind of terrible and kind of weird. But yeah, we're going to fabricate claims on Sweden next. I have so many wars I need to fight and so little time, or so few admin points, I guess, is the truth. So what we're going after is, of course, Algarve. It should be very easy to take. I'll send my fleet down here to block off any moves. And this is just going to be a war of basically attrition. It should be a very simple war. I'll probably also do an upgrade to my fleet, double it in size, because that seems to be something that I can definitely afford, for starters. And for seconds, I do have the force limits to that too. And again, this should be very simple. It's not a fortress region. Algarve has already been taken, and we'll just send the rest to Madeira, and then we'll just play with their fortresses for the remainder of the time. So I might invade them, but I won't bother too much. And funnily enough here, I did not pay attention, but they can apparently take some of my provinces here. But it's not, again, a very big problem. Connacht, I guess. Who's going to get busy? Scottish separatists are getting pushy. FIFA and Ayrshire. It's because I lessened the heretic thing, but again, Scotland isn't really giving me that much in usability, so I think I'm perfectly fine. Why is there a Moroccan army up here already? Lithuania actually managed to send an army through. That's interesting. That's interesting, and they should be murdered pretty quickly, I dare say. But yeah, there's actually a Moroccan army in Scotland. There was a Moroccan army in Scotland. How do you just send a Moroccan army into Scotland? That's confusing at best. Let's see, how are we doing in terms of rebellions? They should be just dying right now, because I'm pretty sure that Luthien... Where is Luthien? If I split you 2 in half, you should be able to deal with the rebellious, because, yes, basically. Albenga... They actually did something. Heh. Oh, it was an exile because it was wandering. I just had so many things that are confusing me right now that I just can't play properly. Sorry. Basically, it was an exile while walking to the island. I thought it just had randomly become an exile for some reason, but it hadn't, so that's my bad. Lithuania should be... This was one tech behind me, so I should be able to use this general to beat this one. Doubtfully, but I can try at least. And to be perfectly honest, with the amount of sieging that we're doing, I think Lithuania might be... They're very soon ready for one piece, so if I can just take back Albania, we should be fine. Can I walk you guys over there? Yes, then we'll send you guys instead. That should be a simpler strategy. Put a general in charge of them, and we'll re-siege our provinces, take care of Lithuania, and, well, we'll also take care of Morocco here. I'm going to just, well, send them to siege their fortresses here. They have 3 fortresses next to each other. Tangier, Ceuta, and Fez, then, I guess. I'm going to just have to siege all 3 of them, which is probably the easiest thing to do in terms of fixing this problem. Lithuanian occupational army here is doing a very good job. I'm going to have to give them credit for that. But yeah, let us send this army here to destroy them. But again, this is basically just because I don't have a fortress or a castle. And again, this shows kind of the importance of a castle. If you have a good one, you can easily stop anyone getting uppity. And in my case, I didn't have one. You guys have 0 morale. You should have been wiped, not just lost some cannons. Yeah. But I think this actually brings Lithuania to the point where they want to give up. I hope. Yes, we can get Lithuania out of this. And I can also get them to pay me war operations, which is good. A lot more money. And apparently here, there's still a Moroccan army up here. I have no idea why or how, but they did it. Let's see, now I can get what I want here from Norway, which is very, very good. And again, it's a little bit much to some degree, but it's something I can live with. Do I want to hand Jämtland over to Sweden? No, I don't think I want to. How is Jämtland? It's a 6th province, so yeah. You know what, I'm just going to actually set up myself a northern base, if you will, consisting of these 4 provinces, and then we'll fabricate on Sweden. Then it'll look a lot better, and then we go after Russia. That seems to be a decent plan. It's going to piss off 11 countries, and let's just be perfectly honest, 11 countries isn't that problematic to deal with. So we'll go with this. And we now have a mega France. Everywhere France. And this is going to be expensive. Granted, yeah, it took all my admin power. All of my power has now been used. We'll upgrade diplomatic power, or diplomatic tech as well, to level 14, the galleys. I can now have galleys, and I can build trade companies, which is basically, I think, the trade depot. Well, I'll figure that out later. I'm losing so much money. Colonial maintenance. It doubled by 4. Wow. We're going to abandon this one because I don't want that one. To be perfectly honest, I can live without that one. Is it because it's an Arctic colony? No. Something weird is going on here. I'm losing a lot of money, but I can live with losing a lot of money right now, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem all in all, but it's still kind of weird. I will repel the savages. I should probably actually send an army up there to keep them repelled. They're very aggressive, and yes, I should march an army up there to deal with them. I'll just pick up the army that I currently have down here already and send it to the northern part. I should probably fix my other problem first, but I'll be fine, I think. And again, the goal in this war will be to take Algarve and Madeira. I don't care for anything else, and that should be fine. Now, what do I need to target claim on? I need some English claims on Leinster. And sorry again, I got lost here and the episode became very long. I'm very sorry. We're going to end it here. Thank you for watching. Please comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and we'll start moving to actually doing the achievement better than Napoleon. We're going to start making moves on Russia to get Moscow, and Austria. I'm very tempted to try and get them in the Union. I'm very tempted. I think I might be able to do that. So for the time being, we're just going to wait until I actually have a king without an heir, and then we're going to start moving. Although this would give me a 5-year window. I don't think a 5-year window is enough, because I'm not prepared for this. I did not plan for it, and thus we'll have to wait and see. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.